Hi, and welcome back to the fourth episode of my Dark Renaissance series. I am Flop, and I'll be taking you on another guided tour of Darkest Dungeon. This time, my chosen target is in the Weald, so we're going to get a look at that dungeon type, the dungeonscape, if you will. Because I want deeds, so I can upgrade my weaponsmith so that I can have better weapons that let me hit stuff instead of flailing around like a douche and missing so many attacks. Like I've said before, the weapon upgrades are probably the most important upgrades, followed closely by skill upgrades, and then which are relatively easy to acquire. You just need a one-time investment of portraits, and then you're pretty much set for all your level 1 heroes. It is tough to get these next upgrades, but it's easy to nurse. It's easy to take a bunch of level 0 and 1 heroes on missions. Unfortunately, our roster is full. I do have a good set of guys here. Let's see if there's anyone I want. Ooh, I love me some grave robbers. Natural eye. It's pretty good. +5 accuracy with ranged weapons, and they have 3 ranged and 3 melee attacks, so they're evenly split. Thrown dagger has a very high crit chance. I do kind of like their melee attacks better. Shadow Fade is awesome. I really dislike flashing daggers so far, but I'm sure it's got its place. Lunge is really good. Pick the Face is okay. Lunge and Shadow Fade mixed with Thrown Dagger and maybe Toxin Trickery. Toxin Trickery really helps when getting healed by the occultist, as you can cure your own bleed. Plus it just lets you stack dodge whenever you feel like it. But Shadow Fade, you gotta try Shadow Fade. If you're not sure why the Grave Robber doesn't work, he's got weak grip, which is will only meditate, Clotter, bleed resistance. And my roster's full, and I'm saving up deeds. Alright guys, I think we can duke it out as is. Things seem to be under control. If you have a lot of high stress people and you don't have the cash to deal with it, then improving your barrack size can be a cheap way to go on a mission to make up that cash. So we're going on deeds. This is a short apprentice level mission, so it should be fairly easy for our big sturdy dudes. I don't want to bring my level 2s because I can actually get the most out of them once they're upgraded. That's the way I think about it, is an upgraded level 2 can really smash these level 1 missions. And I can only use them for a couple of those missions before they level up to level 3 and won't go on them anymore. And then they become, instead of the big dog in the level 1 pond, they become the small dog in the level 3 pond. The weakest possible people, and if they're not fully upgraded at that point, they're going to get trashed by the level 3 missions, which is all they'll go on. So, you want to prolong your state of heightened power versus enemies by not sending your level 2s until they are upgraded, and only on the hardest missions. So she's kind of off the racks until I can get my upgrades going, so I can fully utilize her level advantage. These level 1s, however, you know, sure, I can send them out. It would be nice to have a bigger roster, but I really want to get these weapon upgrades going. Yeah, people will outpace my ability to upgrade them soon, won't they? Well, we can totally avoid someone leveling. Ah, survivalist. I can finally choose my camping skills. I forgot. Anything else weird happen? Let's check. Guild, okay. Training, yep. Survivalist, sanitarium. Oh yeah, I did good stuff. Okay, who will not level up anytime soon? So there's no camping, so actually there's no point in me being over here. It's a straight up crawl. I already removed my items from my dudes. I want to send people who won't level up. I'd love to send her, but tisk tisk. I think actually Torlaville is more solid. Satanophobia, unyielding, stress heal, Slayer of Beast, Warrior of Light, Klepto, God-fearing. Renaud may be better suited to this, as beasts are more likely to pop up in the woods. Pretty sure. We can actually bring both of these. I might unlock Holy Lance, as they can do some pretty nasty duo action here. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. Okay, so let's do these guys at the bottom. Shift her up. This is my crew. So I can upgrade my skills, and I would do well too. I would like to note specifically Weird Reconstruction. At level 3, it goes up to 2 bleed for 3 rounds, which is a double in the bleed damage. You might want to skip that until you can get to level 4. I don't think it's worth it unless you have some clever strategies to deal with that bleed. Good against eldritch monsters. Lurker, fear of eldritch monsters. Oh yeah, he sucks. Well, we'll keep him mostly for his heal. It's not that bad, right? Maybe. Could bring this guy. Alright, with heal. Oh, yes, okay, that makes sense. We'll make the artillery more accurate because the artillery is awesome, and we'll make the pull more accurate, just to make up for his shortfallings everywhere else. We're going to give you the upgraded lance. I really like Zealous Accusation. At first I didn't, but I learned. Inspiring Cry is great if you plan on keeping your torch high, as it's like really steady stress heal, a little bit of health. At higher levels it becomes awesome. At level 5, I guess, it is insanely good. Stunning Blow, I think the chance of stun doubles at like 4. So it becomes kind of worthless once you fight higher level enemies and it's only got 100% stun, but once it kicks up to 200, it becomes worth it again. Bulwark of Faith is good, but I think Zealous Accusation is better, especially with 2 Zealous Accusations. Alright, looks like we're gonna break my 10k rule. That's fine, I think. Ouch. And then I want to give him Battlefield Medicine, which will combo great with the Occultist's Heal. We'll just pay for 1 level. He doesn't really have to hit with too much else. I would like him to have 1 damaging ability he can hit with. Blinding Gas, you never know how useful that's going to be. 18% damage, I'll stick with 15 for now, to be on the cheap side. I already looked at the items, nothing impressive. I don't have the cash to spare anyway. We got someone locked in the sanitarium. I suggest filling up the sanitarium every time, if you can. Gabard, we could drop some stress relief on him. I think a night on the town ought to do it. We don't need to. Let's save ourselves some cash. And let us pop into the Weald. He's better at fighting near the front. Him near the back. Now you want to redo. Every time you buy new skills, make sure you redo them. succour get. You can also look here, it lists what level they each are, 2, 2, 1, 2. It's good to check that you leveled up the skills properly. We're gonna keep stun. I don't mind Holy Lance being last. So they've got basically the same skill set, which is not defensive but offensive. Hopefully it'll work out well. Torlaville. Which one's faster? 0? It's a toss-up, we'll see. And then don't forget to equip items. Ancestral Ring, Vestal Lever. Question of who gets the ring. Warrior of Light, Slayer of Beast, Unyielding, Resilient, Satanophobe. An incredibly low dodge group here. Let's give it to Renauld, as he's got Slayer of Beast and Warrior of Light, which could potentially combo with Ring for massive damage. Let's also have him in second place, so that he can use that spear, which also adds an additional amount of damage. Just in case he gets to go first. And we are off. Alright, 12 food should be plenty for eating purposes. I'm going to bring 16 for healing because our 2 Crusaders will heal 2 points of health for each food, which is pretty good. I usually bring 2 medicinal herbs. Oh, you know what? I'm going to bring just these 2. Wait, let me do this first. I want 2 shovels. Always bring 2 shovels to the wield, if not 3. Maybe 4 on really long ones. I feel like the wield and the warren, particularly block, have shovel trouble. Torches. I try and always bring a couple. Usually enough to bring me to full light from 0, because I'm going to wander around the dark. That's my insurance. Torches are cheap. Alright, so I got my basics. In the wield, you're likely to find animal corpses that, when used with medicinal herbs, give you a ton of food. Also, things you can bandage your hand for, which are webs, are fairly common. So I can bring 2 bandages. Also, I can stop bleeding on myself. I'm going to bring just 1 key. And just 1 anti-venom. 1 holy water? No holy water. And... oh, maybe 1. Oh yeah, I forgot. Poisonous traps are common here.
The soil, sapping all good life from these groves.
The traps are different in every area.
This evil.
I think the ruins do extra stress damage. So as you can see, this is nice and small. Let's go this way. Alright, we got surprised. Try and do some damage. Of course, it doesn't die.
Be gone, fiend.
Beautiful. Is that you, Renauld, with that ancestral ring upon your finger? No. Stop nibbling at me. Go away. Alright, a little bit of stress. That can also stun you.
Press this advantage.
It's a real pain.
Give them no quarter.
Alright.
Executed with impunity.
I do not plan. Let's move him back so we can use that charge again. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's the order I want. Yay, sex contents. You see how little I got for that, because we're not wandering around the pitch black. I can barely get down into the pitch black here. But the 4 torches are for if I get really did up and need to feel as safe as I can possibly make myself. Let's tinkle these guys. Even though we're suffering from the whooping cough, maybe, dare I say it, it's a whooping ass cough. These guys are just imperfectly positioned. We have exactly what we need here to slaughter them. Let's finish this guy off before he can do unto us.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Got a lot of stun in this party.
Confidence
I say
surges
take
as
care
the
of that
enemy
guy.
crumbles.
The Bloodletter's not so bad, especially with a Plague Doctor who can use battlefield medicine in particular, because his biggest ability is to cause you bleed, and you can prevent bleed on 2 people at once. We'll put that evil on him. We'll restore some health. We're not afraid of bleeding because 1, this guy might inflict it on us. 2, the Plague Doctor can probably heal it. Let's try and heal him. If we're lucky, the Plague Doctor, yeah. Yeah, man, so efficient.
Such a terrible assault
Terrible
cannot be left
blow.
unanswered.
Even though it's not too brutal to us, it does. Since we got the stuns, let's use them. Then everyone else can hack away with impunity. Man, he cannot cure himself. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Let's move up here so everyone else can get the... Oh, they can't get the charge, darn it. Alright, you just shift. What hath I wrought? Alright, we just need to do a little damage. My turn, right?
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Excellent. And we found a key. His only... Oh yeah, it's not his only ability. Okay, make sure you know who is who. Sweet heirlooms, more deeds. Oh, we dodged a trap. That's... Having a high dodge crew is really nice, like a bunch of grave robbers and jesters, because they can actually dodge those damn traps. Uh-huh. Alright, so here's what I want to do. I feel like I'm going to be pretty in control of this. I want to bleed my torch down to 0, come back and do these fights in chests and stuff, and probably fight here. So what I'm going to do is explore down this path. Do I have... Yes, I have 2 shovels. Like I said, look, there are 3 obstacles here. We're going to burn 1 shovel,
Nature
killing the
herself,
tentacle plant.
a victim to the spreading corruption.
And we're going to leave these and collect them on the way back.
With misintent.
Note, I don't actually have to go down here. I only have to finish these 2 room battles and I'm done. I could make this short, but I am purposefully lowering my torchlight so that I can collect goodies on the way back.
Terrors may indeed stalk
Here we are
these
in the
shadows,
pitch
but
black.
yonder, a glint
Maximum
of gold.
lootage. And let's see what we gain from this. 10% chance to stun skills, -4 dodge. That might be worth it. Let's go ahead and put it on him, as we can carry it back with us and think about it, ponder it at the hamlet. Alright, more goodies. A trap has appeared. That's gonna suck.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Ambushed by invention. Stress is increased. Look at this, portrait and 2 deeds. That was not going to happen in the full light of the torch, guys. Look at this.
Glittering gold,
look at the goodies.
trinkets and baubles.
This is why you adventure in the dark sometimes. And this is why scouting is important. I knew I wasn't going to encounter any fights there. Okay. So this is a tree. And contrary to popular belief, anti-venom works on trees. Because they have poisonous
Packs
sap.
laden with loot are often low on supplies.
That's where I get more goodies. Now it took me a lot of experimentation to figure all this stuff out, but I want you to benefit from what I've learned. Alright, you can cause me to bleed, but my plague doctor does not care about bleeding. Alright, we can go for a stun on her, and I would love to, because I want to avoid the stress that she's going to try and dish out. And I guess that stun token works out. These guys, I'd love to kill them both with my Crusaders. At least one. They are damnably fast, and they can go out of rabies. Rabies being one of the few negative traits that actually has some benefit, as it increases your damage by a lot. Area effect attacks are good. He's down by 6, I'm down by 4. Let's use it on myself for no health, no heals. If you were bleeding, and we cannot get the cure to go off. Go for the stun so we don't have to worry about her acting and doing crazy stuff. I guess we can try and heal again. Okay. Yeah, you do. This is one of those cases where, does it just always fail?
These nightmarish creatures can be felled.
This is worth using a bandage to me, as there's only 2 interactables left on the map, so. Alright, so this is gonna be sturdy. This is a good fight. Mushroom dudes. Alright, they're pulling us around. I guess it's better than stress. It does put me within reach of the mushroom men. Sometimes you wish that their pull would work successfully. You're like, why did that not work? Okay, let's tentacle whip these bad boys. Curls, in that case. If cleavage is correct. No. I'll have a damage buff. Aww, what was that, Renault? Alright. My plague doctor could be stunning these guys if he weren't trapped at the front. But we do have fairly adaptable skills. Alright, shit's gone crazy, guys. Still, that lets us use his crazy stun. Let's use it on the stronger one. Alright, let's kill one of these as we work our way forwards. 4 to 9. That's not going to be a kill.
A devastating blow.
Take out these stress inducers who are really shoving us around. Plus one of those guys is stunned. These guys are highly blight resistant. They don't have much else to do. So let's just knock their health down a bit.
Powerful blow.
Nice. That attack does have a good crit modifier. Shame it didn't kill. Ah, a real shame. Ow.
Reeling. About to break.
I am reeling. There's one.
As victories mount,
Vestal
so too
only
will
plus
resistance.
15% max hit points. Plus 3 accuracy, minus 4 dodge. I don't like the accuracy stone at all. Let's take goodies. I don't like most of these things at all. Okay, let's see. This is why we brought a bunch of food. We should only have to eat once. It's because I can't really rely on his heal very much. We'll feed it all to him, and he'll have to rely on his own heal. The good news about him healing himself like that is the bleed won't kick in until everyone else generally has had a turn, because he won't bleed on his own turn. He's just acted. Okay. Here. Key unlocks a hidden compartment.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
Goodies.
Now it must be carried home.
Let's ditch torches. Alright, I'm gonna wander up this way to see what... Alright, there's all our food. Alright, it's a body. Interact with bodies. Always wear your bandages.
If only treasure could
Leper,
staunch
plus
the
10%
flow.
heal received, minus 8 max hit
Otherworldly
point.
corruption.
Not my cup of tea. I'll just end up getting rid of it. Alright, now, I've got one shovel, and I'm saving it for this other blockade, so we're gonna have to retreat. Wail on the W when you do this, because every second could be another stressful encounter. Alright, dig there. If you don't have a shovel, do not get close to those, because once you bump up against it and that dialogue comes up, you have to choose one or the other. And digging through by hand really, really sucks. Okay, I really wish I had... what was it? Bandages here. I don't think any of these other things interact with it in any way. And this can cause a negative quirk, so do not F with those unless you have bandages. Alright, we're about to go in here. Do I have any goodies to burn for this fight? I do not. Alright, we just have to hope that our healing will be sufficient. Could be worse. Okay, let's pray for stuns. Alright, that's good. That brings everyone safely-ish out of territory. Being marked really sucks. Take extra damage from some attacks. Presumably these attacks. Ow, ow, ow. This guy's fast. No. Uh-oh. Whew. 1 health left. No health left. Stop groping me.
Teetering on the brink.
Need heals.
Facing the abyss.
He could go down. Any tricksiness? Not enough. I don't know what to do. wasn't what I needed. We just have to fight on and pray. Come on. Okay, not bad. Could be worse. Not enough, says the bad guys.
Hold fast, or expire.
Hold fast. Hold fast. Okay, we're gonna go for the stun. Okay, we're holding on here, just barely. Alright, thankfully they're picking on someone else. We are doing damage to them. Thankfully that guy chose to mark me as well. No! No, do not go next.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
Okay. Whew. Here we are teetering on the brink. I don't remember who's acted. His damage is low, so we're just gonna use him for stuns. That might not have been the right one. 3 to 7. Oh, that was not lucky. Okay. Building up a lot of stress here. No.
Death waits.
All right.
For the slightest
It's really piling on here in the very last fight.
How quickly the tide turns.
My damage is not bad. Not bad. Okay, we finally get a kill. This guy's stunned. So this guy's in a poor position, and he scooted back. It might have been hard to tell, but now this one that hasn't acted is closest. Ugh. And it has to use the same crappy attack, which can blight you. Okay, thankfully attacked the one guy with the most hit points. Thank you, area effect attacks. This guy is reduced to shitty attacks. He's in the most danger here. Thank goodness. Let's just kill this darn thing. Okay, it'll die on its turn. Yeah, you're taking a lot of damage. Anything. Whew. Ooh, that one was really tight, guys. That was all the finesse I have.
But a victory nonetheless.
Now you finish the mission, don't forget to open all your loot. Slightly ajar, and if you got extras, remember to experiment. No? Coffins don't like medicinal herbs? Perhaps skeleton keys? Did I mention holy water? Nah? Possibly medicinal herbs. Because we have nothing else to do. It does contain hidden treasures. Alright, so we really built up the stress there. We are bringing home the deeds. And thankfully we don't have to wander around with all of this poison all over us.
Driving out corruption is an endless battle.
One of the perils of adventuring in the dark. But we broke 10,000 on this, and how many deeds? 14 deeds plus the 4 here, that's 18 total deeds is pretty good. And Enlighten will only meditate. Clutch Hitter, plus 3 crit and below 50% health. Clutch Hitter is nice because it stacks with other plus 3% crit positive benefits, but it can be very, I mean, it's completely random whether you end up with anything like that. Still, not bad. Not allowed to visit the brothel because of his deviant tastes. Wheeled Explorer, plus 20% scouting chance in the wheel. These Explorer traits are amazing. Wheel Tactician, 15% extra damage, nice. On Guard, excellent, I love On Guard. You can really crush in the first round with that extra speed. The dodge is negligible, but I won't say no.
There is a great horror beneath the manor.
Okay, so
a crawling chaos
Montcanisi underwent effective treatment. Ablutomania was removed. That was definitely not what I picked because I really wanted to get it rid of, like, was it whooping cough or syphilis or something that she had. So looks like she's going back in, yeah, lockjaw, because accuracy and damage pretty much nerf every one of her abilities except for Barbaric Yelp, which is a superb stunning ability, but it also causes a pretty nasty stacking self debuff. So I hate to say this, but you're going back. At least we can't miss. Let's check out the stagecoach. I do love me some Grave Rotters. Meditator, I loved it at first. I don't think it's that good. Tippler pretty much negates Meditator from working. And Phobe, I don't like the phobias. Second wind, extra damage when below half health. Although bounty hunters are awesome. Fated Slayer of Mankind. Now this is what I want to see on a damage troop. And trust me, Highwayman dish. Ooh, I want this guy. Unquiet Mind, cannot meditate. Calm, not bad. Not bad. Calm is something you definitely want to get rid of if you're going to be using point blank shot round 1. Natural Swing, Ruins Tactician. That'd be nice. I already have 2 Crusaders. And they are pretty boss. Generally, I like to have just 2 of every class. I must admit, Crusaders are pretty sick. Excellent choices in most situations. But I try and experiment when I can. So I want to use a deed to level up my roster so I can nab 1 or 2 of those guys. Okay,
in the end,
I told you you need that.
Every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
Armor smithing. So I have to pass on armor smithing because it competes with a stagecoach if I want to pick up... Who was it? Oh yes, this Highwayman? Oh, look at that. That's awesome. And then if I increase my roster size, I might as well grab this guy, unless I want to replace him with someone else. Natural Swing is quite good, although these are 2 really nasty negative traits. What do you do again? Improve stress reduction while meditating and while camping. Oh, so it works while camping as well? Oh, that's better than I thought. I am...
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
Let's take this guy.
Elusive, evasive, persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue.
You know, this bounty hunter is pretty solid. I do like both of these. This is the less likely to be surprised, more likely to surprise. These are my 2 favorites, although bounty hunters have improved scouting chance until next camp by 50%, which is by far the best. The highest scouting improvement you can get. And he has exactly the skills I like. Oh no, flashbang. You want flashbang. Flashbang is so good. Let's take this guy.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
Let's pull her down at the sanitarium. Tippler is not a problem. Calm and Unquiet Mind, not so bad compared to Lockjaw, which I can't seem to get rid of. Cannot improve to save myself money or anything. Leather straps, it's for the Lockjaw. Okay, stress relief. Enlightened. In town will only meditate. Let's see, we have a little bit of busts. These second ranks are all reduced cost. I think it's effectively about the same. Let me think. What else do you use busts for? Oh, the sanitarium. Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. We've invested in the sanitarium as much as we can for the moment. Okay, I think he will only meditate. Yeah. Who else needs a relaxant? It looks like we're doing alright. Yeah, if I had another slot in sanitarium, this guy would be there. Although he managed to do alright without it. Probably because he was healing. So, let us reduce the cost of this one.
A little hope,
By
however
200?
desperate, is never without worth.
And we'll pay for that before we try and do anything else. We have a nice roster of level 1s, we got a couple zeros. I am glad I picked up this bounty hunter. Second wind strike, it's pretty good. Bounty hunters are awesome too. And I don't think I need to cover much else this episode. We would like a couple deeds. We could possibly pick up 2 deeds going anywhere. So, no particular mission. One note, be wary. If it says kill 1 anything, that thing is a boss. So, make sure you're bringing, if it's a level 1 boss, bring a bunch of fully upgraded level 2 characters. Level 3 characters will refuse to go on the mission, so your best bet, your highest ratio of death dealing to enemy toughness is by bringing in people 1 level higher than the mission requires. If you're going here and you want to bring your best, you want to bring a bunch of level 4s. Here, a bunch of level 6s, which happens to be the max for this early access edition. Alright, so that is all I've got to say. I don't see any sweet items to go after. Plus 10 chance to debuff skills. Plus 10% debuff resistance. This is actually quite good. I want deeds. Room battles can be quite easy. It could be a chance to show off the scouting aspect of our 2 noobs. Room battle missions can actually be over the fastest, as especially with good scouting, as all you have to do is find, like, in a short mission it might be 3 fights, it might be 2 out of 6 rooms, and you can skip the rest of the mission. If you need like a quick easy win, good scouting and these skirmish missions are the way to go. Alright, so we'll go here for the amulet and the deeds to finish our armor upgrade. Right? If we got a ton, would I upgrade weapons? No. No, I prefer to upgrade these one at a time. That way all of our level 1s can be super beefy. Then we can get around to level 2s. You gotta play, you've got a specific power range. You need to take advantage of it to really play this game well. Alright, before I leave for the night, let me make sure I'm sanitizing correctly. De-stressing. Do I want to send either of these guys to heal? Nah. They're probably good, right? Around 35 stress is where I any more than that, any more than 4 of these little white dots, that's when they need to de-stress Renault here. But just 4, I'll consider leaving them like that, especially if I want to play conservatively with my money. Oh, and before I forget, let me just steal every item back. Because items are the easiest thing to forget, and you never know who's going to go in a bender and take your best item with them. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll come back for the next episode. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and until then, good luck in your own adventures. Farewell.